so scared to even like open my mouth. I don't like to be seen as like weak or vulnerable. Or I just hate having my guards let down because I've always felt like I always had to be hushed, kept a secret. To some extent, it's almost as if there were no value when I were to speak. And so I kind of just ran with that in my mind for a long time. But we're unraveling it right now. And the reason why I'm whispering is because I'm here in the living room of like my old apartment with my roommate who no longer lives here, but it's like my family. And we all live here. Made some living arrangements because shit happens. I thought I was doing the right thing, you know? Maybe I wasn't. Gosh, I feel so choked up. I really like I want there to be something amazing that would occur out of all of this, all of this, all of this. I really just want to make music, man. Like, all I want to do is sing, travel across the world, make people smile, entertain them, be on TV, do all this kind of shit. It's fun to me, you know? It's something I've always known I was gonna do, so. It's just a question of when, right? But it's like, ew. I think in a sense of like knowing that life is many things. That being said, it can be very charming. It can be very beautiful. It can be very sweet, very loving, very nurturing, very fun, very exciting, very spontaneous, very endearing, very brave, very loyal, but also very scary, very hurtful. very confusing, very annoying. Very weird. Not gonna lie, like a few minutes ago, I was feeling a bit suicidal. Yikes. I didn't really want to say that out loud, but it was true for like a very for like a second there. I was like, I don't know where anything is going anymore. I don't know what the fuck is real. I don't know what is not. I think I spent a lot of time really trying to figure out like the pieces of the puzzle. What goes where, what fits here, what's gonna go here, what makes it look like that, what represents this, what's the symbolism behind that, what did this mean, what is that, and like this constant search of just truth. It just drives you mad, and I don't want that. I don't want that feeling anymore, because I don't deserve that, man. I deserve better. I deserve to love myself for who I am, and I deserve to believe in me and my dreams and my capabilities, and I deserve to go out there and get whatever the fuck I want to get. Just as much as any other individual on this earth. So much has been just happening the past couple of years that have just thrown me into whirlpools of questions and questions and questions about myself, about my friendships, about my relationships, about my mindset, about my family, about freaking everything in the world, anything that you can imagine. I would literally begin to start questioning, and it just drives me to this point of insanity where it's just like I'm questioning myself at this point. It's so bad. I think the last time I ever felt so broken was, I don't even remember when I was 15. Some shit like that. I don't know. Whenever Adele was popping, but like the year or two after that, she did that. And bitches was in their feelings for like a whole, I didn't even sleep. I feel like the same thing might happen today. I don't really have this many breakdowns. Not as much as I used to. I usually have, I have a zen. And I'm usually really good at giving others some good sun. But as of right now, this is what we're dealing with. I've become this person where it's just like, cue the AC wanna like come in and just make some noise. Not noise. That just made me feel a little bit better though, like the noise. Cause then I don't feel so haunted by my own thoughts, my thought patterns. Jesus Christ, if somewhere were to get in here, there's so many things that I have forgotten, like in here, but I've never forgotten in here. And I don't think I ever will. How does that even happen though? Did marijuana do that to me? Marijuana, did that do that to me? Did it make me like lose a lot of like, I feel like I used to be a very like smart individual, but then I became a very like, smart in a more spiritual way. And I feel like just being like ultimately aware and also just kind of making your mind believe certain things, you know? I really want to trust people again. I really want to know who's like meant to be in my life and who's not meant to be in my life. I really want to know like where like this path is going. I really want to know like what the future's gonna look like in like 20 freaking years. So many things have changed. Every part of the world is living in like a different kind of era. The internet's a beautiful thing because it allows us to see so many perceptions and perspectives and people and places. But it also just, it's just so much shit. Nothing's good, nothing's bad, because there's always something that fucking contradicts it. If it's good for you, it might be bad for someone else. It's just annoying how that shit is, but I guess you just gotta keep rocking with it. Keep rocking with it. I like this rock. I got it at the flea market when I went with my homegirl Regina. Shout out to Regina. I was looking for crystals, but I got these cute little things. So tired. Let's rock. I'm so tired. You know, ouch. I just hurt myself a little bit. There was a point in my life where I stand, excuse me, I stood firmly in my, you know, secondhand high heel that I got from fucking down the street at your local fucking thrift store. Bitches would walk around the neighborhood acting like they owned the block, like, you know what I mean? That kind of energy. And I think it was like I carried that sense of energy with me up until I think I saw this person in their car, like, taking a video of me. And I felt very, like, ashamed. I felt very ridiculed. I felt very embarrassed. I took my little red heels and just fucking back to my door. I just wanted to go check my rent balance. And there was somebody in the car who did that, and whether or not it was at a like good or at a bad, like, it just really struck a nerve in me because it was the first time I noticed like a camera Like, it was weird. Like, I felt as if, like, this person that I was at the moment, this person that was like, cue the drama. If I was like, where was I going with this? I'd say I was a lot more confident, but there was still something missing. And I think that's what this part is about. I went through that part. I was shook, caught off guard. And now I'm back here with my family. Mind you, I haven't lived with my blood family, with my blood, with for a while, and then some things started happening, and then we all ended up being here, and it's okay, but it's not, because I don't have my own room like I used to. I feel like the privacy that I had would like I gave it away when I didn't have to do that. I feel exposed 24/7, and mind you, I'm a very like vibrant person, but I'm also quite reserved. You know what I mean? I feel like I totally lost the idea of what it is to have actual boundaries. Or I guess it's just what I'm learning right now. Anyways, I didn't know what boundaries was. I don't think I ever had boundaries, ever, when it came to a lot of things. I don't, how did I view the world? I guess I was like, oh, it's okay. Oh, it's fine. It'll be okay. Someone breaks my heart, it's fine. We don't have to talk about it. Let's talk about your problems. Because for me, I guess it's better to think that you don't care rather than you actually showing that you do. Because once you show that you do, then it shows that it's real. And once you show that it's real, that's when the walls come crumbling down. And you're in my heart forever. Cheesy ass shit, I hate it. I like cheese. No, I don't. I do. No, I do. A little bit. I'm not really supposed to eat it though. I keep talking about that. Maybe I should listen to myself. Huh, okay. I'm always scared of what people are gonna say, how people are gonna perceive something, like they're in my fucking head. I think that's something too. Maybe I expect people to be mind readers. Just because I'm an empath doesn't mean that there's fucking telepathics out here. I mean, there's certain people I can connect with like on this level. You know what I mean? But like, you know, come on out. That's why we have this. To be vocal, to communicate, to express ourselves. We have that freedom. For a long time, I denied it of myself. I don't want to do that anymore because trust and believe. It hurt. I'm always feel like I'm not saying a lot of stuff because I don't want to hurt people's feelings, but it's like, look, hurt people's feelings. But it's like, it shouldn't be taken personal unless it's personal anyways. And then even then, it's out of your control. And if it triggers, then it's like, okay, talk about it, heal it, yada yada, all that good stuff. So much anxiety, man. So crazy. This pandemic, it's something else. Yeah, I was so good. I was doing so good. And I'm just trying to figure out what happened. It's like, at what place and time did I trip up? It's like, every time I think about it, it's because it's like those boundaries. I never allowed myself to have boundaries, even in the moments that I needed it the most. And I guess for me, in some sense, this idea of freedom and boundaries. How do you put two and two together? You know? I felt very trapped within myself. I think that has a big part to do with my identity today and how I identify, like, as a gender, my sexuality, for a long time, my race, my nationality. Felt very ashamed. So much shame in so many different aspects of my life. I'm so happy and grateful that I watched the Call Her Daddy podcast with Mia Khalifa as the person that was being interviewed. Honestly, a very eye-opening interview. Please go watch it if you haven't. Like, we stand. But it truly inspired for me to actually have this conversation as well today, because I was like, wow, okay, I think there's someone who I kind of relate with just a bit, just a smidge. There's something in that conversation that kind of like did something. And I was like, okay, great. It was that reminder that we're not alone. We're never alone. We're not here to experience things by ourselves. That's why there's 7 billion of us. And I would assume, like, let's say a good 5 billion have access to the internet, right? So there's definitely that too. We may not all be living in the same space, in the same vicinity, in the same state, same country. Shit, I personally believe that there's life on other planets and, galaxies and stuff, so maybe they're spying in on us. It's the age of Aquarius, so we have yet to discover all of the advanced technology that's coming our way. So everybody prep yourself, grab your tits, because it's gonna get real, bitch. It's gonna get real. For real. Where am I going with this conversation? I'm still speaking low because, I do want to say this. I am forever more grateful for all of those who have stepped into my life, for all of those who have genuinely show who have showed a genuine interest in me and in my heart and in my talents and anything that has to do with me, because I feel like at the moment, because it's like phases. It's weird. I don't know what I'm trying to explain here, but it's like, it's like seeing all this stuff on the internet where it's just like people are claiming this about people, claiming about that about people, and it's kind of like we have to really be careful about what we really digest, because it's like if that's not how you're feeling, you can easily misinterpret it and make it what you're feeling. That's what a lot of empaths go through. And you just really have to recognize and really have to like learn your emotions and learn your triggers. Healing. Trauma can come in so many forms. I feel like I've suppressed so much pain over so many years because I've just refused to be open. I've refused to open myself up and